All right, let's dive right in. We're going to tackle something huge today, a question that honestly every single parent thinks about. How do we actually pass on the things that matter most to our kids? It feels like it should be simple, right? But it's a real struggle. Well, we're about to look at this idea, a really simple but powerful idea that might just flip the script on how you think about it.
I mean, this is it, right? This is the question. You've got these core beliefs, these values, this faith that's so important to you, and you feel this incredible weight, this responsibility to make sure your kids get it, to make sure it sticks. But how? What's the best way to do that? So, what's our go-to move? For a lot of us, the default setting is, well, it's to teach. We make rules, we give the lectures, right? Especially when someone messes up. We put all this energy into just telling them what's right, what's wrong. And hey, it makes sense. It feels like the most direct way to get the point across. But what if that whole approach, as good as our intentions are, is missing the most important piece of the puzzle? What if the lessons that really, truly change our kids' hearts aren't the ones they're taught, but the ones they catch? And listen, this is not some newfangled idea. It's actually ancient wisdom. Just look at this verse from Deuteronomy. The sequence here is everything. It doesn't just say, hey, go teach your kids. No, it says these words must first be on your heart. It has to start with you. The whole thing begins with the parent, not the kid. So this really breaks down that shift in focus. On one hand, you've got what we could call the information model. That's all about instructions, sharing knowledge, just getting the info out there. But on the other hand, you've got the imitation model. And this is a total game changer. The focus shifts from your instructions to your life. It's not about just sharing what you know, it's about sharing how you live.
And here's the bottom line. It's so simple, but man, is it easy to forget. Your kids aren't just copying your instructions. They're copying your life. They are watching you all the time. They aren't just scribbling notes during your lectures. They're absorbing your every move, your attitude, what you actually care about. They don't copy what you say nearly as much as they copy who you are.
Again, this isn't some fringe idea. The Apostle Paul was so all in on this that he could say something as bold as, imitate me as I imitate Christ. Think about that. He wasn't saying, listen to my talks. He was saying, watch me, do what I do. He got it. He knew that the message is only as powerful as the life behind it.
And that leads us to this really cool term, visible discipleship. What is that? It's just the idea that our values and our faith are passed on best when we live them out where people can actually see them. It's not about a belief system you keep to yourself. It's about a life that's watchable, a journey that other people can actually see and follow.
Just think about it like this. Your home is the main classroom, and like it or not, you're the main teacher. Your kids are literally learning how to follow your values by watching how you follow them every single day, when things are great, and maybe even more importantly, when they're not.
Okay, I can almost hear what you're thinking right now. Wait a minute. Does this mean I have to be perfect? Because if my kids are copying my life, oh boy, the pressure of that feels huge. But hang on, let's just get this straight right now.
The goal is not perfection. It never was. That's not what they need to see. In fact, it's not even what's best for them.
What they need to see is an authentic pursuit. They need to see you trying, see you mess up, and then see you get back up and try again. The honesty of that journey is so much more powerful than pretending you've already arrived at some perfect destination. So let's just boil it all down to this. Your kids aren't learning from you being perfect. They're learning from your authentic pursuit, how you handle your mistakes, how you say you're sorry, how you lean on what you believe in when life gets tough. That's the real lesson plan.
Which brings us to one last really important question to leave you with. If your life is the main textbook your kids are reading, what part of it do they see the most? What's the chapter they're reading over and over every single day? Because whatever that is, well, that's the lesson that's really sinking in.